Hello and welcome to Cutter Builds. We're back with another episode of Forever Skies, and we are picking up not too long after the last episode. I've gathered a little bit of supplies, and we have researched and crafted this location radar item. I'm trying to look for a good place to put this. I think maybe I want it somewhere over here near where we're driving so that I can kind of see it. Oh, I could put it up on the window. Is that cool? Maybe we'll put it... I'm trying to think if we're driving, would it make sense to have it on the glass? I don't know. Maybe I'll put it over here. We can always stop and take a look at it. I don't want it to block our view. Research the exclamation marker on the radar. All right, so we need to go to the west by northwest. That should be pretty easy. Let's see here. We're gonna lift off. Can I look off to my side and see it? I can. I think that's gonna be the best place for it. Let's see, west by northwest it was from our location. Something like this. I'm gonna lock my speed and just rotate a smidge. There we go. So I've got an exclamation mark, which is where we're headed, and then we've got a question mark over here too, which is interesting. I like that I can see the different types of stations. They've got their own symbols. We're gonna have to learn what those are at some point, but that should work out pretty well for us. I suppose I should watch where we're going so I don't run into these buildings. And is 28 the fastest I can go? It looks like it. Well, while that's going, let me come in here and check. We might need to get another lure made to keep things moving here. I've got the advanced lure unlocked, but we don't have any of the sun melons or other things that we need. So we'll just keep going with the simple. And I'm just looking here. All right, so that exclamation mark is coming up here. Let's steer to the side here a bit. I'm guessing it's this thing right over here. Fuel depleted in one of the engines. Fuel depleted in both of the engines. Well, let's go ahead and fix that problem. I can make helium fuel, medium efficiency. Better than synthetic fuel, but I don't have a lot of that, so I'm gonna make some synthetic again, just for the time being. I'm nervous about using up our helium in case I need that for some more upgrades and stuff. And we'll get this going real quick here. We'll put some in each engine, get us moving. I'm at my maximum height right now as well, and I'm seeing that I'm not going to get up here. I wonder if I should be making more of these turbines. I think this the kind of thing that I can probably make multiples of. So I'm going to turn back around. We're going to stop and set down on this little platform right here and see if we can expand the ship a little bit. That lure noise is going to drive me nuts. I'm kind of curious if there's a limit to how long I can leave something on the lure. Alright, we're all set down. Let's deal with this before I lose my mind. Alright, the whole point of putting down here is to build another turbine, which is going to give me another 20 meters up in the air we can go. And that's going to require some electrical elements. I need 3 more of those. What do we need to build electrical elements? Synthetics and copper, which we have a lot of copper. I don't have a lot of synthetics. I'll start one of those crafting. Let's look around this place. As long as we're here, maybe we'll get lucky and find some more of what we need. Man, I don't really want to fall off of here. That looks like something I could stand on, right? There we go. Oh, that sounds like there's one of those nasty things in there, doesn't it? I'm not the biggest fan of all these creatures. Technically, there's a little walkway right there. And I do see the electrical components that we need. Alright, let's see if I can sneak in here and grab those from a safe distance. There's 2 more over there, but that thing is gonna wail on me if I try to get over there. Data card. Railings, that sounds useful. Yikes, it got me. Well, we might as well grab the stuff as long as we got. And I'm completely out of space at this point. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with this lead zeppelin. And I did manage to do some upgrades on our airship, so I think I've got a bigger balloon than we used to have. I'm a little bit concerned. Climb on board. There we go. Our airship kind of lifted back up into the air. I wasn't expecting that. Luckily, we can get back on. I suppose I can hang our airship on the ceiling here. We'll put it like so. There we go. I like that. Looks good. And let's see here now. I can build another basic turbine, which is going to add more weight to our ship. Unfortunately, I think that's going to slow us down some more. I haven't quite figured out how that works out with the weight components on the ship, but I do think it just affects my overall speed. And I'm just rotating the ship around here a little bit, trying to move it onto this platform a little bit better so I can actually sit down and land, not have it be floating up in the air. And then if we hop out here, I'm wondering if I can put these turbines in a little bit different orientation to get more of them. I guess I'll leave that one on the back, and at some point we'll have one on each side. I kind of like symmetry. Maybe I will just pick this up real quick and put it on the side. How did we do this one? Right behind the engine, okay.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
Let's see if this is going to be enough to get onto this platform now. 20 meters doesn't sound like a lot, but hopefully it'll get us there. This thing's got 3 lights on it compared to the 1 and the 2 light structures we've got. I wonder if we're just gonna get ever increasing numbers of lights on the different platforms here. Now I'm at my max 270 right now, and that's looking mighty close. Oh, we can just eke over it. I feel like we're scraping the bottom, but we made it. Oh, we're better than I thought. All right, perfect.
The preliminary analysis started.
Greenhouse tower. That should be interesting.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Grab our food. We're going to take a quick nap here before we go on to a new structure. Who knows what we're going to find here. Alrighty. And inventory. We'll eat some food. I need to drink some water too. That on the condenser, kind of freeing up my inventory as well, because I'm sure we're going to find some good stuff here. Don't really need this thing. We've already got one. And there we go. We really got to get some walls on our ship at some point here as well. I think I'm going to expand our ship out to be a little wider in our next iteration. I think maybe after we wrap up this tower, I'll look into maybe expanding the ship some more. Making it a little bit more homey, get some room for our different equipment. I feel like there's such a high probability of me falling off of this platform too. Ooh, look at all this water. Well, we're gonna bottle that up. And I guess we'll just keep heading up here towards the top. It's not like I have weapons or anything. Hopefully there's not too many more evil creatures in these buildings to try and eat us from the ceilings. Ooh, polymer. This was one of the things I needed for one of the researches. Epoxy's also new. Concrete is a decorative item, apparently. Well, that's tricky there. Fall right through because there's just some weeds blocking the fact that there's a hole through the floor. I see what you're about there. Well, we're certainly getting a lot of supplies here. Metal floor slash ceiling. Oh, that'll be better than the plastic ones, probably. At least durability-wise. All right. Oh, I've got a symbol of a knife over here on my right-hand side. And that was one of the things that I couldn't research. Yeah, there's no way to get into here. Let's go back to the airship and actually do some research and see if I can get that knife, and we'll come back and get into that building. But first, I guess let me check up here and see what we've got. Oh my goodness, can I shut that door again? I cannot. Well, that's some kind of spooky creature. I'm glad it doesn't, like, run after me, chase me down. Take bruise flower. I can't take it. Let's scan it at least. What did I scanned the glass. Fragile decorative plant was thought to be extinct. Okay. New research first aid kit. Thick creepers. A climber with very thick and tough stem. It is grown blocking the passage. Okay, so we need a knife. We can break through some of this stuff and get more resources, potentially. Lobster chili slightly dehydrates. Boil it, can help cure photophobia. Oh, that was that disease we had before we died. Huh. A lock broken. I need a repair patch slash tool. Okay. Oh, I need the actual tool too. Okay. Well, I guess we can't do that. All right, there's a lot of stuff up here that we're not able to interact with at the moment. I think we need to follow through and go back to the ship and see what research we've got right now. My next quest is to make my way through a doorway blocked by vines anyway, which tells me we just need to go get our tools. So first things first, let's go ahead and research the knife. Well, that's the item holding us back.
Search finalized.
And then I'm going to go ahead and craft a knife. So I knew it would use some of this polymer. And then I'm going to come back over here, crossbow and bolts. I like it. That will probably help us with fighting the creatures that we were coming across. Crossbow. I wonder if I can fight them with the knife, or if the knife is purely a
Caution. A storm is coming.
environmental type item. Not exactly excited about having to keep crossbow bolts in my inventory, though. At least they're only metal and synthetics. We've burned through our metal and synthetics backlog pretty quick here.
Printing completed.
I'm probably going to have to get a chest and stuff going here at some point. We really got to expand the ship. Man, we're making crossbow bolts one at a time. Is that right? No, 5 at a time. Alright, 5 and 5. Inventory is now officially full, though. Guess I can get rid of this rotten food to free up a space. I'm sure we're about to use up some of these crossbow bolts. Alright, let's see it. We'll get our handy knife out here. Ooh, I'm getting biomass. There's a new resource. Just making sure there's no crazy creatures in here. Inventory is full. Lots of epoxy in here, though. Okay, well, given that, let me just, real quick, we're going to run back to the ship. We're going to make a chest and unload some of this stuff, and then we'll be back. Alright, I'm crafting a storage box, and it does add another 5 weight, so I'm starting to get a little concerned about adding all this stuff onto the ship. I wonder if there's some kind of a ship UI interface where I can see like how full we are and such. Oh, we are full up. The inventory is full. I'm gonna go ahead and eat our boiled dust moth here, just so that I get the inventory space for this box.
Hydration level is decreasing.
And then I'm gonna stick this thing right inside the door. I was hoping snapping would work, but apparently I can't turn snapping on for this. That's alright. And then I'm going to put all these repair patches in the storage box. I'm going to put the machine parts in here. I'm kind of curious. I don't know yet if I can make things, if I have it in a box on the ship, if that will be able to be drawn from when it comes to making things in the bench. I'm going to keep all the other stacks on me for the time being. I think we're in a good spot. We turned the ship. I had to get a few pieces of metal to build that box. So luckily that storm that we were dealing with has passed now as well, so let's get ourselves back up here and see what we can do to move on with this quest. But let us not forget the epoxy we left behind. So much epoxy. I'm sure it's going to have a very valuable use soon. And there we go. Lulling grass cricket. Okay. Eating raw is not advisable. Okay. Edible, yes. An inedible decorative plant resistant to external conditions. Vegetable used in many dishes. Whoa. What is going on? All these creatures trying to kill me. Alright, I think I've researched or scanned all these different things. I don't know yet what the goal is here, so I'm going to take these because it says they're edible, but they take up one inventory spot each. Oh my goodness. As do the lulling crickets. Well, that's no good. Let's continue up. I want to see if we can do this quest here. We're starting to run low on water. Batteries. Well, maybe not. go. The latest breeding shows strong positive reactions to pollution. After a few days of exposure to sulfates, it clearly flourishes. In contrast, it gradually dies in a clean atmosphere. The side effect is unusual colors. We still have a lot of testing ahead of us before we can create a plant that purifies the atmosphere. However, we can give a little color to this gray and sad reality. Okay, very cool. Find the surface lift location. So we've got a new location to go visit. And before we do that, I'm just going to finish kind of taking a look around here. Obviously, we could come back here and get as many vegetables and such as we want. I'm not really seeing anything else, though, right here that we desperately need. I'm going to take one more check up on top here, make sure that I didn't miss anything super useful. As always, let's see if we can grab our batteries. And back to the ship to see if any of these food things are actually worth it. We are desperate for some water. Let me just see. We're going to bottle as much of this dirty water as we can. Get that running through our purifier. All right, there we go. Let's see. I'm going to put one of these grass crickets in here. Let's see what happens to that. And I'm just checking. Did I ever unlock that repair tool? It doesn't look like we've unlocked it yet. Let's check the research station and see what new researches we've got. Biomass fuel sounds interesting. I could get better than synthetic fuel. Okay, we'll get that going. And then we'll also take a look here. We've got unique insect lure. Attracts blah blah blah. Okay, well, let's do polymer. How do I make plant oil? I have no idea. Large bottle. Ooh, that sounds good. Boiled lulling grass cricket. What do you got? Take you. And boiled, it's food and ooh, energy. That's nice. Well, we'll go ahead and eat that. And then I'm gonna drop this other one in here. We're gonna see what that's all about. And it looks like we got our bottle research. What do we got over here? Automated insect catcher. Insect catcher with an automated mechanism that pulls in the caught object. Oh, that sounds so good. We don't have the machine parts just yet, but we'll go gather some of that. We'll get that going. I'm going to go get these canola multi-dougette flowers. I need 2 of them. As long as we're here, we might as well get everything going. Oh, now this is interesting. So instead of just getting the flower, I'm also getting some biomass by cutting these down, which we can use to get fuel. All right, well, I needed 2 of those flowers to do the research. We're going to have to make a couple of trips. We've really got to solve our inventory problems. I know I built that chest. I guess we should start putting some more stuff back into that chest. And I'm just realizing the answer to my earlier question is no. The fabricator does not seem to be using the items from my chest when I'm trying to craft things, because I'm almost positive I've got a ton of those machine parts in the chest. So let me double check that real quick. Look at that. Yeah, I've got 25 machine parts in here, and I was trying to do that research, and it did not seem to be detecting those. So let me start the research here. And then I think I'm going to make a large bottle here and see what happens. And then if I come back here, we're all good on all of this research. Bruise flour and lobster chili to make these first aid kits. I did see some of those bruise flours.
Printing completed.
And there's that research I was trying to do, so I did that. Let's put the machine parts back in here. Requires upgrade station. All right, boiled plant is just food, straight up. Not the best, but not the worst. We'll get another one of those going. I'm gonna bottle the clean water here. Let's look and see. Oh yeah, 20 spots for our clean water, or our big bottle. I like that. We'll upgrade the other bottle to be a large bottle in a second here as well. That'll help out quite a bit. So I'm gonna drink this smaller bottle, and then I'm gonna use this. What do I need for a large bottle? Oh, lots of polymer apparently. All right, well, maybe we won't do that. So if we just take a quick look here, I think we've built all of the stuff that we can on this tier. Haven't really had a need for more water generation. We can definitely upgrade these at some point, but I don't have the polymer right now. This stuff is good. This stuff we're good on. Yeah, nothing to make polymer yet. I think that was a research item that we were working on. Yeah, we just need to find some plant oil, which I don't know how to get yet. So I'm going to go ahead and we emptied out the inventory. I'm going to take one more run up onto the top of this thing and see if there's any more supplies that I think we need. And then we'll head to the next marker on the radar. So I did find the lobster chilies and the bruise flowers that we'd left up there, so we can finally research the first aid kit. And the lobster chilies are also useful for this capsaicin? I don't even know how to say that, but it's going to help with fever, which medical items seem like they'd be super useful. Which shows up in the crafter under this new boosters tab, which is pretty cool. I was kind of hoping that researching the first aid kit was going to allow me to make them. Oh, it does. But it doesn't use what I thought it does. It uses green colander instead of the item we researched it with. How strange is that?
Printing completed.
Well, we might as well make one or two of these. Let me see what kind of size. I don't think they stack because it doesn't have a number up there. We'll make one of them though. Oh, I was hoping that this would last for a while. The reason I made it is this lobster chili is gonna deteriorate here soon, but this isn't gonna work any better for us, so I guess we can just ignore it. The rest of these flowers are also going to wear out over time. I was hoping to be able to make the upgraded lure out of those. But again, we don't have any polymer, so I guess we'll just skip it. So with that, let's see if we can find our way up here to the next exclamation mark and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. I don't think there's really anything else in this location that we need. I'm gonna work my way around the station here. Ooh. I wonder if there's something I should be scanning over there. We didn't go over to that other platform. Let's do that real quick before we take off. It looks like the kind of thing where there's something there. That is definitely something worth scanning. A wrecked upgrade station used to create device upgrades. Improves functionality and efficiency. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed for that upgraded lure insect catcher mud bob that we just researched. I'll take it. So glad we came back here for that. So we are going to need to upgrade to get it though. Oh, we need a ton of polymer, glass, and circuit boards. Do I have any of those in here? We got a little bit of glass. Well, it looks like we're gonna need to go get some more resources. We'll maybe stop somewhere along the way and pick some of those up as we're moving to our next destination. I just want to move in here. I think we're headed the wrong way. Got to get completely turned around. I wonder what that other location is with the question mark too. Maybe we'll head towards that first because it's a little bit closer. We're gonna run out of fuel pretty soon here, so I think I'm gonna let this thing, drive itself. We'll get the cruise control locked on. And I'll step off to the side. We'll gather ourselves some resources here, hopefully. We're gonna need some glass and some synthetics to make some fuel. And we're completely out of fuel already. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. We'll just get a little bit of that going.
Printing completed.
Well, that didn't take nearly as long as I was expecting. Well, it's storming now. We can't see hardly anything. So let me jump back on the controls here. We'll correct our course a smidge. And I'll probably drop altitude a little bit just so that we're not the highest thing around. We're burning through that fuel rather quickly these days. Nope, we took some significant damage just there. Let me see if I can repair the ship. 90%, 0%. Oof. We're almost there. I know I could stop at some of these other locations and get some more supplies, but I'm really kind of curious what this question mark is all about. These storms are pretty ridiculous. I can't see, like, anything.
Ship's module critically damaged.
Oh boy. Zero % health, my goodness. Didn't know that that would be possible. Luckily, parts of our airship don't just fall off when that happens. We've got this single light ahead of us here. It looks like that's what we're headed towards. I'm gonna go ahead and try and set it down. Maybe we'll go over onto this big platform over here. One of the engines just went down. Oh, we took a hit again.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
Temporary camp. Let's see what that's about.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Towers used to maintain communication between distant points. They also helped airships safely navigate through space, a potential source of basic resources and device blueprints. Someone built a shelter. Okay. Oh, interesting. So as I work through these different things, we can scan different stuff. Looks like I missed that green colander somewhere over there. Oh, and an oil barrel. I need to pay more attention to these things. Wrecked soft cushion. Yes, before I take the ladder down to the lower levels, we'll check out whatever this is. We'll head in with the scanner. Looks like it's been picked clean. There's a piece of metal here that ideally we'd be able to tear down. I wonder if I'm going to get a handheld extractor at some point so I don't have to try and get in there with the ship. I can hear the evil creatures down there that I'm going to have to fight off, I'm sure. crustipede. Our inventory is getting mighty full here if I can't pick up machine parts or synthetic fuel, which I think we're going to need. A viewing corner, nice. All kinds of upgrades for the ship. Well, I guess these flowers, we'll have to find a greenhouse again when we're ready to do something with them. I don't have any direct need for them. And that will give us the inventory necessary to get all of these great parts that are everywhere. Ooh, sun melons. Those were one of the things we needed. Oh. Okay. I just killed one. Oh, there's another one inside there. We're out of bolts. Let's go dump all this stuff off at the ship. We'll be back. Alright, I've got more bolts now, so hopefully when we open this door I can manage to take this creature out. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad we came in here too. Look at all this good stuff. Saves me from having to make a bunch of fuel for the ship too, picking some of it up like this. And I think we're good to go. Let's take a look around here. I don't see anything else on this level at least. I don't really see anything worth going down there for. And we couldn't get through the door on that side. Alright, I think we're all done with this particular location. We really need to start making some upgrades, though, to our base here, our airship. I'm really curious to figure out where we're going to get that plant oil from. The boiled crustipede is 30 food and 10 immunity. That's nice. We needed some food anyway. We'll get that going. There we go. And let's go ahead and head on out to this location here finally. We're done goofing off. Looks like it's this spot right ahead of us. Or is it this one over there? Yeah, it's the further one, the purple light. Hopefully I'm not going to need any more altitude to get over there. That would be a shame. I think I can go up to 270 now. We're almost out of fuel. One of the engines just went down. I think I need to be up there. We're gonna need another upgrade to the ship, I think. Well, let's go down a bit, and I'll circle around. We'll see if we can find another spot to sit down. Surface lift location, though. I wonder if we can get all the way down to the surface here. That would be kind of a fun bit of exploration. I'm not really seeing a platform at our level. Look at our radar here. Maybe we'll head over to that next windmill, but I guess I'm gonna have to make some fuel first. Get a load of fuel in that engine. Get a load of fuel in this engine. And I'm gonna head right over this one. I think that's our closest one. We're gonna need to make some upgrades to the ship to get up to the top here. Unfortunately, I mean, I guess you can kind of expect to have to make some progression here on ship upgrades and stuff in order to progress further with the game itself. I'm just saying unfortunately because I think it's going to be a lot of resource gathering and grind here for me for a little bit. maybe this is a great spot to wrap up today's episode then. I'll gather a bunch of resources, and next episode we can do a little bit of upgrading the ship, and we'll go check out this next structure here we have along the way. It's been kind of fun hitting at least one new unique structure in each episode. We've got mountains over there. That's cool. I guess I hadn't noticed those in the poor weather we were having before. However, if you're enjoying this little playthrough on Forever Skies and seeing what all this game has to offer, hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And we'll catch you next time. Ketterk out.